Hey, y'all heard about the incident? I think is it out in Ohio? I think it's in Ohio or Kentucky, somewhere out there in the Midwest. The brother ran over the cop because the cop shot his son. Now the allegations are that the boy was in a stolen car. We'll get back to that. I don't think he should have lost his life, but he ended up getting killed by the cops. It's this footage. There's claims of a gun that they never saw, so it's sketchy all the way around. And his father took it upon himself to run over a cop. I wouldn't say an innocent cop because I don't think cops in general are innocent. They're just one giant street gang. Yeah, law enforcement gang. It doesn't matter where they're from, if it's city, county, state, federal, jurisdiction. It doesn't matter. They're all a big gang. So none of them are innocent. None of them. But anyway, he runs him over, kills him. And in the courtroom, if y'all saw it, how they all was in there, you can look at some of them and tell they was straight Ray Ray. If you know what Ray Ray means, figure it out. You could just look in their eyes, like Tank Abbott from the UFC. He's a straight Ray Ray. He looks straight Ray Ray. Straight Ray Ray. Tank Abbott. Look him up. Like Jim the Anvil Neidhart. But anyway, and I like how the brother stared him down and didn't show no fear. And also, I saw an article yesterday that kind of prompted me to make this video where there was a black cop on the elevator with the brother who ran over the cop and two white cops. And I'm sure he was there to offer protection. So it's going to be, I'm thinking he's going to get protected when he's in jail. But nonetheless, I'm not going to say he didn't handle it the right way, the wrong way. He handled it his way. And it was justice served because, like I said, it's street gang. Cops are scared now because they don't know if somebody will do the exact same thing to them when they're innocent because they know what goes on behind that blue wall of silence. They know. So they're scared because they think they could be directing traffic and somebody hit them because a law enforcement officer somewhere else did something innocent and killed a black child, teen, woman, whatever, somebody that's a foundational black American. And they're afraid that it may happen to them on some old chance type stuff. I don't know if I can really say it on YouTube, but that may be the only way to get justice. And nobody else, George Zimmerman, all the Ahmaud Arbery, all the people that have been killed, Tamir Rice, Castillo, Walter Jones, Mike Brown, all of them. All of them. There's been no justice for them people, for not total justice. All them people need to be arrested and locked up. And you know that didn't happen, Castillo. That didn't happen. But anyway, so how else are you going to get justice? You know, Malcolm X called it chickens home to roost, that kind of thing. Yeah, I'm dead set on that. But I don't want to see the boy died, and his father's going to be in prison for the rest of his life. They're going to try to make an example of him because they don't want no repeat offenders doing no stuff like this whenever a cop steps out of line. And cops are going to always be stepping out of line, always. And the system knows that. So they got to make an example of this brother. So, but I would like to see a GoFundMe go up on for him. I ain't heard no mention on nothing like that. Not that I would donate to it, but it needs to happen for him. He needs to have the best legal defense he can get. Temporary insanity, because allegedly he saw his son get gunned down by the cop. And, like an hour before he decided to do that. And, but it always goes back to, what are your kids doing? I mean, I don't think that was his first time in a stolen car. I was in a stolen car once. And it was just nothing happened like that because it was my first time and only time in a stolen car. So, he'd been in there enough times and hanging around with cats with guns. It really, you got to be close to your kids and know what they're doing all the time. You just got to know. And you got to tell them what kids ain't going nowhere. But I don't know, man. Who knows how his father was brought up and how his father brought him up. And I don't think he brought him up too good if he was out with a gun in a stolen car. But all the stuff got to come out. It'll come out. But uh, I mean, I asked myself, maybe you should ask yourself, what would you do if it was your child? But it goes back to what I said like about a minute ago. You gotta know what your kids are doing so they're not running around with the wrong crowd doing the wrong thing, getting executed.